Hello dear students, welcome back to my class. In our previous class, we have discussed about how to prepare cash flow statement under traditional methods, and today in this class we will discuss about preparation of cash flow statement under modern method, that is preparation of cash flow statement under new methods as per accounting standard 3 revised. There are mainly methods for preparation of cash flow statement under direct methods. Under new methods of cash flow statement. First one is a direct method. Second one is a indirect method. So see the format of direct method as per accounting standard 3 revised method. To prepare cash flow statement, you have to make three columns. First one is for particulars, second one is for adjustment, and third one is for amount. And the overall activities of a business organizations are classified into three activities. First one is operating activity, second one is investing activity, and last one is a financing activity. First, here you have to take operating cash from operating activities, that is cash receipt from the customers and cash paid to the creditors and employees. Here we have taken cash paid to creditors with a negative symbol. It means that cash flows out of the business organization, and if cash comes into the business organization, we will take it with a positive sign. So this is a cash generated from operation, that is day-to-day activities of a business organization. This much is cash received or generated. Then in that we have to pay income tax. As we pay income tax, the cash will goes out of the business organization, so we have to record it with the negative symbol. Then next one is the net effect or net result is the cash flows before extraordinary items. This is a in cash generated from operations. If we have deducted cash paid, the amount is cash flows before extraordinary item. Here we have to deduct the extraordinary items of expenses and add extraordinary items of income. For example, dividend received, dividend received, interest received, tax paid, interest paid, dividend paid, etc. Then the next effect is net cash from operating activity. Here we will see the first part total, that is a net cash from operating activity. The next one is a cash flow from investing activity. Here by investing investing in fixed assets, the cash will goes out of the business organization, so we will take it with a negative symbol. And if we sold out the fixed asset, cash will comes into the business organization, so it will come with a positive symbol. Then again purchase of investment is also a long term asset, so it will by purchasing investment, cash will goes out of the business organization, so it is with a negative symbol, so we have to write negative symbol in a bracket. And sale of investment, by selling the investment we will get a cash inflows into the business organization. Dividend and interest received, by receiving dividend and interest, cash will flows into the business organization, so we have to add those two terms. Then the net effect is a net cash from investing activity. This is a net cash from investing activity. Then next one is cash flow from financing activities, that is by finance activities, if cash comes into the business organization, we have to take with a positive symbol, and if cash goes out of the business organization, we have to take with the negative symbol. Proceeds from issuance of shares, if a organization has issued shares, cash will flows into the business organization, so it is with a positive symbol. Then proceeds from long term borrowings, long term borrowings ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ cash will flow into the business organization, so it is also with positive symbol. Repayment of long-term borrowings. If we have paid a long-term loans, the cash will goes out of the business organization, so it is with a negative symbol. Then interest paid and dividend paid. If we pay interest and dividend, cash will flows out of the business organization, so those both are deducted. That is, they have to be mentioned here with a negative symbol. That is a net effect is a net cash used in a financing activities. Financing activity alli net cash ಎಷ್ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Then next by adding all these three, that is a cash flow from investing activity, either may be positive or negative, cash flow from financing activity, and cash flow from operating activity, either positive or negative. By adding all these, we will get a net increase in cash and cash equivalents, whether cash has increased or not. And then next we have to write cash and cash equivalent at the beginning of the period as given in the balance sheet, and last one is a cash and cash equivalent at the end of the period. This is the amount which we will arrive here by deducting or by comparing net cash and cash equivalent, net increase or decrease in cash and cash equivalent, and cash equivalent at the beginning of the year. For example, if there is a increase in the cash, so increase in the cash during the year, we have to add that one in a cash and cash equivalent at the beginning of the year. Then it will come the closing balance of cash. Then this is a how to calculate cash flow statement under direct method of new methods of cash flow statement. Then next one is a cash flow statement under indirect method as per AS3 revised method. Here also we have to make 3 columns and we have to divide all the activities into 3 parts. First one is a cash from operating activities, cash from investing activity, and cash from financing activity. First we have to take cash from operating activity. In that, first we have to maintain net profit before tax and extraordinary items. ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ಡಿನರಿ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ನಾವು ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್. ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ನಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಐಟಮ್. Then loss or gain on sale of fixed asset is a also non-cash item. Miscellaneous expenses written off, extraordinary item, investment income, and interest and dividend. These are all the non-operating incomes. You have to mention here. That is the operating profit before working capital change. Working capital change ಆಗೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಬರುವಂತ operating profit ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು. Then next we have to make adjustment for operating profit. We have to record the purchase of fixed asset with the negative symbol as cash flows out of the business organization. Then sale of fixed asset, that is we have to add this one because cash will flows into the business organization. And purchase of investment, again cash flows out, so with negative symbol. Then sale of investment with positive symbol as cash inflows into the business organization. Interest received and dividend received, by both these cash will enters into the business organization, so we have to add both these. This is a cash generated from operations before tax ಕಟ್ಟೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ನಮ್ಮ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ದಿಂದ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುವಂತ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ದಿಂದ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆದಂತ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು. Then next we have to pay the tax. We have to record how much tax we have paid. Then next one comes cash before extraordinary items. The resultant figure is a cash before extraordinary items before deducting or adding extraordinary items. This is the cash flow. After that we have to make adjustment for extraordinary items. Then next the resultant figure is a net cash from investing activities. Then next third heading is a cash flow from financing activities. Here we have to record proceeds from issue of shares, that is by issuing shares the cash will flows into the business organization. So we have to record this one with a positive symbol. Then next one is the proceeds from long-term borrowings. By borrowings, the cash will flows into the business organization. So we have to record that one with a positive symbol. Then next one is the by paying, returning the borrowings, the cash will flows out of the business organization. So we have to record it with a negative sign. Then by paying dividend, cash will flows out of the business organization. Again we have to deduct it from, that is a, then a resultant figure is a cash from financing activities. That then next by combining all these three, that is cash from investing activity, cash from financing activity and cash from operating activity, we will come to note whether there is a net increase or decrease in cash. In that, then next we have to take cash and cash equivalent at the beginning of the year. Opening balance itali ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತಹ opening cash balance ಅನ್ನು ತಗೋತೀವಿ. So and if there is a increase in cash, we will add this one to know the closing cash balance. And if there is a decrease in cash balance, we will deduct it from the cash and cash equivalent at the beginning. Then we will get the cash and cash equivalent at the end of the year. Dear students, these are the methods for preparation of cash flow statement as per Accounting Standard 3 revised. For study purpose, you may refer Management Accounting by S.P. Gupta and K.L. Gupta, Cost and Management Accounting by Ravi M. Kishore, Taxman Publication, Dr. G.B. Balgar, Principles of Management Accounting, Ashok Prakashan Hubli, M.Y. Khan and P.K. Jain, Management Accounting, Tata McGraw-Hill, Publications New Delhi, I.M. Pandey, Management Accounting, Publishing House, Vikas Publishing House, Private Limited, New Delhi. Thank you for watching the video.